I'm here at the Hopewell Mound Group, formerly the North Fork Works, on Sulphur Road, looking west. The sun is just now setting, and you can see the flat-topped hilltop in the distance and glowing clouds. And this is the trail that goes, the start of the trail that goes from the parking area up onto the terrace above the earthworks. But I am not going to take that trail. Instead, I'll head down around the works and walk around in the grassy area. So I'm at the eastern end of the square adjunct to the works. And let's take a look. Interpretive mowing shows the square wall going through a fence row here, which hopefully preserves some artifacts, soils and such, although the fence row is not on any of the earthworks. And I hope the wind isn't ruining my audio. I forgot to get the foam cover. This mowed path leads to a gap between the walls of the square, which are expressed by the interpretive mowing. Which is at least 15-20 feet wide. I don't know if that's accurate. You can see the power line that goes over this, installed in the 50s, I think. Millions of dollars to get that off this site, so it's not good. And it's hard to see, but Sulphur Lake Road is to the south for the tree line along the North Fork. And shut up my alarm. Down there is where I found my 16,000. So let's walk in and around. I'm now at the western end of the square wall with the interpretive mowing. And the car is traveling down Sulphur Lake Road, which I believe is a remnant of a trail that went out to the Frankfort area, major regional trail. So there's an interpretive panel here about the earthworks. And this, I believe, is a more accurate map of it. The Squire and Davis map is not very good, which shows a better idea of where I am. And the elliptical, oval, large mound, largest Hopewell mound, largest of the entire culture. So continuing to pan northward, more of the interpretive mowing and that power line. And you can see in line with this power line tower, the valley, Musselman Valley, Musselman Gorge, cut out by the glaciers, but again a prehistoric and historic trail, which has largely been dropped out of use. And a couple cyclists on the recreational trail from our B&O Railroad. I'm now directly under the power line, and there is a interpretive mowing of a circle here. I believe the circle is cut through partly by the road, which we have a car coming on it, Sulphur Lake Road. So here, looking to the west into Musselman Gorge, and then the tall hills and nearby hills are what Stay about 28 climb up Carpenter's Hill, Sulphur Lake Road. wind. Back to the parking lot. You can barely see the interpretive sign that I last stopped at. And then the power line continues to the northeast platform. Well, I am at dusk with a stiff breeze. I'm halfway, maybe, through the trail on the terrace, so this is the cache of flint discs. The interpretive mowing shows where the mound was, much reduced, and above the tree line, what we see here is where the earthwork walls continues up from this terrace onto a probably glaciated cane terrace. But that is some of the best preserved Hopewell walls remaining, which I had no idea of when I was walking around it as a teenager exploring this area. So panning around, look down the Musselman Gorge, and here is Carpenter's Hill, and then in the center here is a barn from the probably 1820s barn, which may be being preserved now. And then now in the center is the large triple mound, largest mound that the Hopewell ever built. And then we have, this is the southern edge of the Paint Valley here. Along US 50, the subdivision is there. Carpenter, Shoemaker Lane. Forgetting my geography. And then looking east to the lights of Anderson Station Road and the paper mill water tower to the left. Blinking red lights to the left, and to the right, WPEX on top of Carlisle Hill. And then more of the upper terrace, cane terrace here. So going full circle, and then